My next guest, N.J. Cooper, is one of the most loved crime writers in the UK, if not the world. Former chair of the Crime Writers Association, she's written a huge number of terrific international best-selling books, and I'm very, very thrilled to welcome her to the Author Studio.
Know your characters before you start. Know them and like them, even the really horrible ones. You've got to find something to like about them. Goodness, that's difficult. I think Creeping Ivy, which is the first of my Trish Maguire legal series, I wrote it 20-something years ago, but I believe everything that motivated me in it, and I really like Trish. I write all over the place, partly because the physical act of writing is the tiniest part of it. Most of writing happens in your head, in your imagination, and when I'm writing a novel, I live in the book. And so I talk to myself in the street, I write in the bath, I write all the time. I'm living the action. I'm a voracious reader, so I think it would be absolutely impossible to say. I loved Georgette Heyer when I was about 13. I love her now for her wit and mischief. She's not the romantic tosh people think. She's terribly clever. I love all of John le Carré's novels. I love Golden Age crime writers like Marjorie Allingham. I love all kinds of modern crime writers, but I'm not going to be invidious enough to pick any one of them. I'm ashamed. Long, hot baths. I would have a bath every half hour if I could. I'd live in the water. I love it. Long, hot baths. I did. My grandmother wrote novels categorised by my mother, her daughter-in-law, as housemaid stories. My mother was an intellectual snob. One of my grandmothers was called Garment of Repentance, about a woman who went to the bad in Peckham. And she inspired me, and I really wanted to do it from as long ago as I can remember. But I'm dyslexic, so it took me a very long time to get around to it. I just tell myself the story, and then when I've got it in my head, I sit down with a piece of paper and a pencil and I plan it out systematically. And then when I come to write it, the systematic plan tends to fly out the window. I even had to change the identity of the murderer on about the last chapter once. I don't think so. I mean, occasionally I've tried to cut and paste a paragraph and it's flown out, but no, I haven't lost Paradise Lost or thrown the prelude into the lakes or anything like that. It comes up again and again and again, and I think it has to do with the way I sound, the age I am and the way I look. It comes out more or less as, what does a nice lady like you want to do writing about killers and rapists? You can't be a nice lady without hiding seething masses of anger. That's why I want to write about killers and rapists.
Natasha Cooper, thank you so much for coming to the Author Studio.